CKJ Crypto News, Crypto Pioneers, CKJ Alliance. I got a huge show today. Pretty much, this show today is why I believe that Ripple will be number one and why Ripple will be listed on Coinbase most likely any day. This is going to be a huge show, Crypto Pioneers. You do not want to miss today's show. Huge articles. You know, here on CKJ Crypto News, we research, and the proof is in the partnerships. And boy, did I find a lot of partnerships. It's all about following the money. Really quick, Genesis Global Trading receives New York bit license. This is huge. This is huge. This led me to do research on Genesis Global, and it's a digital currency group that owns this. And that pretty much brought me to Barry Silbert. He's the founder of DCG Group, and that led me to the founder. I did some research on him, and he really is he's a heavyweight in the crypto world. He's an early investor in Coinbase, and he's an early investor in Ripple. And you will see how many tie-ins there are to Ripple, Coinbase, and Barry Silbert. And actually, that's what they joked about on the internet, calling him Barry Silbert. But you don't want to miss that. And we'll go into who is Barry Silbert. That's his name, Barry Silbert. And that led me to this right here. Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDesk, Kraken, and Ripple. And this is a hell of an article. This is probably maybe 80% accurate, 20% conspiracy. But this is one hell of an article. And that pretty much led me to this right here. I've always talked about this. Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency. So we're going to see huge tie-ins here, Crypto Pioneers. And I didn't really I debated on talking about this article. Most cryptocurrency coins are going to zero, says Barry Silbert, crypto magnate and rich list member. So basically, I'm not the one to spread FUD, but it's a hell of an article. We will talk about that. So before we start today's show, you can follow me on Twitter, CKJ, at CKJ Crypto News. I tweet all articles. You can check the authenticity of every article. I did research on them to make sure they're legit. And don't forget, tomorrow morning, Mondays, we give away some Litecoin. At the end of this video, the video will pop up that we're doing the Litecoin giveaway tomorrow. Like that video, subscribe to my channel, leave your Litecoin address. Let me know what city, country, or state you're from. I want to see how far the CKJ Alliance reaches. And tomorrow morning, you could win some Litecoin. And please don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and share the video. That would be great. Share it on Twitter, Facebook. Share it on your share options. That would be wonderful. Alrighty, let's start the show. If you followed me last night on last night's live stream, this is how it all got started. Like pretty much I started on research on this. I started off with this. This wasn't last night's live stream, but pretty much I went in even deeper once I started trying to just uncover who's who in the crypto world. But it started with this one right here, which is huge news. This is, like I said last night, I believe this is the hugest news to hit crypto this year. Genesis Global Trading receives New York bit license. And if you're into crypto, I highly recommend you watch Banking on Bitcoin on Netflix. You will see how hard it is to actually get a bit license. And bit licenses are approved by the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission. And the Securities Exchange Commission are the ones that have been shutting down ICOs, shut down BitConnect. They pretty much are monitoring the crypto world. So to say that this Genesis Global has been approved by the SEC and received a license, this really brings a lot of legitimacy to the crypto world. This is going to be a huge show, Crypto Pioneers. We'll kind of just go through the articles a little bit. Genesis Global Trading has been honored to become the first in crypto, and that's why I say we're crypto pioneers. We're going to see a lot of first, a lot of unprecedented, and you know, it's the word I used when I worked at the law office. Unprecedented. It's always the first. This is what I do. I used to work in a law office for a couple years. I do legal research. I research case law, and this is why I dig so deep in these cases. I follow the money. I'm just using my training from my previous job to uncover facts from fiction. The trading firm mainly focuses on institutional buyers, which is a good thing. Basically, we've been saying for a while that institutional money is on the way in, and this is proving it. The platform gives access to block-size liquidity, high net worth individuals, as well as institutions who are interested in buying and selling cryptocurrencies. The New York Department of Financial Services approved the application and granted them a bit license according to the official announcement from the trading company. Litecoin, LTC, and Ripple XRP are among several coins that have been approved. They've been approved by the SEC. Far as I'm concerned, Ripple has been approved by the SEC. Read between the lines, crypto pioneers. Approved for the first digital assets to be traded on a high net worth centered exchange. This is huge. The bit license gives Genesis Global Trading the power to offer buying and selling services, various digital assets. So that's really huge. I tweeted the article. You can go into it, but this is what really piqued my interest about this article. Genesis is registered with the Securities and Exchange Commission. Crypto pioneers, this is huge. This is the SEC. Bad news from them can shut the whole operation down. Good news from them is what we needed to say. Hey, we are here to stay. Ripple will be number one. Ripple will be number one. Okay. Ripple will be number one. Anyway, it is fully owned subsidiary of Digital Currency Group, DCG. DCG is a company that has deep roots in both Bitcoin and the blockchain industry. So pretty much that led me to my more research. What is the DCG Group? So that kind of brought me to this one right here. Banks can't ignore Bitcoin anymore. Barry Silbert. And that brought me to him. Here's the founder of Genesis, DCG Group. And I said, okay, let's do some research on this guy. Because, and I'll come back to that article right there. Ex-banker cheerleads his way into cryptocurrency riches. And who is Barry Silbert? So basically, this guy right here is a huge heavyweight in the crypto world. Most likely, I'm going to start following this guy very closely. Any of the moves he makes, I'm making. And I'm pretty much already invested in all the cryptos that he's backing. He's highly into Ripple, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin. Well, I'm not into Litecoin that much. Only for my giveaways, but maybe I'll start taking more of a serious look at Litecoin. What do CoinDesk, Digital Currency Group, and Second Market all have in common? They are all owned by Barry Silbert, an early investor worth about $500 million. Hold on, let me get a sip of some coffee here. Just got up. Forgive me, crypto pioneers. I'm gonna live stream after this video too. About $500 million, who's been cheering on Bitcoin and crypto for years. Silbert heard about Bitcoin in 2011. This is actually right here. We're just going to go down to some of the most interesting parts. Behind the scenes, an infrastructure is being built, and this is what he says. Behind the scenes, an infrastructure is being built on ramp, off ramp to enable Wall Street to access this asset class in ways that you cannot imagine. Silbert said, predicting that a tidal wave of capital from asset managers around the world will make its way into crypto markets in the next 12 to 24 months. This is why I'm so excited to be a crypto pioneer. This is a financial revolution, and we are at the beginning stages of this. Our decisions we make today can change our future, and I do believe that. Interesting tidings indeed. This would inherit the beginning of a real widespread mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies, flooding the market with big money and increasing the market cap significantly. With deep-pocketed investors and huge funds come reduced volatility, as large amounts are held for stable and consistent time periods. If the predictions are true, crypto might soon exit the Wild West territory we have seen it today. The coming years might see crypto enter the big leagues of international adoption and investment. And this is huge. You know, Brad Garlinghouse already said there's $27 trillion wrapped up in no-escrow accounts that aren't being utilized. Like Swift is from 1973. It's time to revamp the whole thing. And that's huge news right there. And actually, if you go to this one right here, ex-banker, and I'll get to it. I'm going to show you the tie-in to Ripple, Coinbase, and why I think it's going to be on Coinbase. That's coming up. Ex-banker cheerleads his way into cryptocurrency riches. This company right here has huge tie-ins. And he pretty much is talking about Ethereum Classic here. Barry Silbert invested early in Ethereum Classic He basically says how I invested earlier in Ethereum Classic at 50 cents. And they were pretty much debating on, did he pump his own stocks? But he basically says, no, I didn't say anything that would come under scrutiny from the SEC. And that's why people take the SEC very seriously. So for his group to be approved by them now is huge. So, but if you go down to here, regulators are grappling with how to deal with the new category of investments that this year has spurred billions of dollars worth of daily trades and seized Wall Street's imagination. That's huge. Regulators are grappling with how to deal with the new category of investments that this year has spurred billions of dollars worth of daily trades and seized Wall Street's imagination. Of course they have. Everybody heard about Binance made $800 million. We're going to have every financial institution wanting to copy or mimic what's going on. This month, two major derivatives exchanges began offering Bitcoin future contracts, but the mania for cryptocurrencies is outpacing regulators' ability to keep up. Damn, this is huge. And if you go down here, Crypto Pioneers, this guy right here, it pretty much shows these are Genesis digital currency groups holdings and the tie-ins they have. They selected companies where DCG has stake or outright ownership, and everybody's on this list. Basically, BitPay, Atlanta, Georgia, Chain, San Francisco, Circle, Boston, Massachusetts, Coinbase, right here. He pretty much has huge tie-in, or pretty much probably owns a majority stake in Coinbase. Coinbase, cryptocurrency exchange, CoinDesk in New York. You go down here, Ripple, cross-border blockchain, San Francisco. So he pretty much owns Ripple, or has a lot of money invested in Ripple. He has a lot of money invested in Coinbase. Look at all these entities he owns: Zcash, Shapeshift, Poloniex. Shapeshift, Poloniex, pretty much all tied in together. Bitcoin Jesus, I forget the guy's name from Shapeshift. Eric Voorhees. Eric Voorhees. These, it's a very small circle of players, and this is what I'm saying, Crypto Pioneers. And I'm gonna go back to this article right here, and this is why I tell Crypto Pioneers it's very important to follow the money, because the proof is in the partnerships. Yes, there are going to be projects that come out that could have, huge opportunities in the future, but there's a very small circle of players. And if you're not in with this group, most likely your crypto might not survive without the right connections. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are going to be some newbies that come out, but I seriously doubt their project could gain as much traction. We're pretty much, the ball is rolling here. If you're a believer in if you are a big believer in holding lesser known cryptocurrencies, you'll want to sit up and taking notice. Barry Silbert, CEO of crypto holdings company Digital Currency Group, surprising audience, and basically he says, aside from a handful of coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum Classic, and Zcash, I think most of the others are going to zero. And he basically says that Silver is still making big bets on newer tokens, as illustrated by assets DCG holds. In addition to Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Bitcoin Gold, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, and he owns Ripple. DCG owns Blockstake, Civic, Colo, Decentraland. Damn, I only own Decentraland. Filecoin, Open, ONX, Unicorn Gold. Damn. So he pretty much says that he said that each coin is going to have its niche market. Where was that at? I don't know. Basically, okay, here it is. Most of them are not differentiated from others. In the long run, I think there's only going to be one digital gold. I think there's only going to be one privacy-focused token. I think there's only going to be one mainstream smart contract platform, and that's going to be Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Ripple. Ripple is going to be used for your cross-border payments, your financial transactions. Bitcoin is going to be used for your larger purchases, or like they're selling condos and mansions. Bitcoin Cash is going to be very similar. Litecoin is going to be your silver to Bitcoin's gold, and Ripple is pretty much going to be your Ripple is going to be the one. That's going to be for your cross-border payments, your banks, your RippleNet, your ledger. You're unable to alter the ledgers. You're going to get banks all on the same page using the same RippleNet ledger. And then they're going to use XRP instead of using multiple currencies. It's going to save the banks tons of money, and then that's going to open up the door for people that don't have a lot of money to be able to utilize much cheaper fees for cross-border payments to send money to their family. We will all benefit from this technology. And that actually brings me to this article right here. And I already showed you guys this. Federal Reserve Task Force, Ripple improves speed and transparency of global payments. So pretty much Ripple said after 2 years, the Federal Reserve released a faster payments task force action for plan for bringing faster payments to the United States, highlighting Ripple's ability to underpin the next generation of cross-border payments. High fees, overdraft fees, high interest rates, it's all going to have to come down. We're going to see, it's a huge revolution. And I saved the best for last, crypto pioneers. Federal Reserve controls Coinbase, CoinDesk, Kraken, and Ripple. And this article I thought was really, really good. I'm kind of going to skim through it. You can actually find this article on my Twitter. Follow me on Twitter. My previous articles focuses on central banker connections with Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. However, I felt that exposing more of their connections is warranted. And this is exactly what I do. And this is why you should hit that subscribe button. We don't take anything for face value. We dig deep into the article. Like, I'm not a rich man. Like, I'm investing heavy into cryptos, and I do not have no time to invest foolishly. I'm not a financial advisor, but I just do a lot of research. And I've actually done very well with my investment so far. And like I said, I got in Ripple at 28 cents. I didn't get an IOTA till it was 98 cents, but you know, it's up to $2. If you do a lot of research, some of these cryptos have huge partnerships. As an investor, knowledge is what makes or breaks you. When researching this material, I do what I always do. I follow the money. Does that sound like me right there? If the image of tinfoil hats and words of fake news on the immediate need to write a comment calling me a flat earther pop up in the brain, basically he's saying that, hey, you know, a lot of people are conspiracy theories. I personally have never understood why so many dismiss the possibility that the richest and most powerful people on the planet strategize, strategize collectively on how to create more wealth and power for themselves. And this is exactly what I said from the beginning. When Jamie Dimon comes out from JP Morgan and spreads FUD on Bitcoin, the price dropped drastically. These key players are strategizing. Oh my God, there goes my spelling. Strategizing basically on how to make more money. And I'm not even going to stop the video. Yes, I do make mistakes on spelling. I'm not, and yes, I should take my time. And I'm not going to redo the video. I'm real. This is me. Like, this is the real side of crypto news. I'm not going to make no excuses for myself, but I do hell of a research. Anyway, I get why many dismiss the notion since within the media, these financial tycoons act confused over cryptocurrencies, often discussing their future potential as something theoretically in both good and bad ways. The truth is, it's all a smokescreen. So, practically everything related to cryptocurrencies and cross-chain platforms, payment systems has central bank funding in its roots. They were in on it from day one. AXA Strategic Ventures, the investment arm of AXA Group, whose CEO, Henry D. Caceres, is also the chairman of Bilderberg Group, is considered a primary investor in Blockstream, having donated $55 million. Barry Silbert, who we've been studying a lot lately, sits on the board of Blockstream, is the owner of Bitcoin Investment Trust, BIT, and most importantly is the CEO and founder of Digital Currency Group. Blockstream and Chaincode employ most of the Bitcoin core development team. Banks can't ignore Bitcoin anymore, Barry Silbert. DCG's co-founder Glenn Hutchins, and once special advisor to President Clinton as well as Hillary, sits on the board of the Federal Reserve, Bank of New York, NASDAQ. You see what's going on here, crypto pioneers? It's a very, very small group of players. I wouldn't be surprised if they're not going to announce Ripple to be on Coinbase any day, especially if we have the same investor back in Ripple and Coinbase. Why not? And now we know this is approved by the SEC. The Federal Reserve Bank of New York is one of the 12 central banks that make up the Federal Reserve, a bank that very few truly comprehend, belonging to a fairly easy to research banking web that leads up through the IMF to bank international settlements. And I think IMF is actually invested in Ripple. Most of these entities are invested in Ripple already. And the only reason Ripple hasn't probably hit Coinbase yet is because after they announced the Bitcoin Cash Edition, they came under a lot of scrutiny because a lot of players got discovered for being, they almost got in trouble for insider trading. Basically, anybody that had ties to Bitcoin Cash pretty much put everything they had in Bitcoin Cash, maybe about 3 or 4 days or a week before it was announced on Coinbase. So Coinbase already came under a lot of scrutiny on insider trading. So they're being very, very careful on how they're going to proceed. But I did show you last night on Genesis says they are adding more coins to Coinbase. We know Coinbase hired 500 people. The BIS has every central bank on the planet under its umbrella. They are all connected. They strategize as one. And this is huge right here. Financial elite, wealth resources, and we got a whole bank, how they're all connected. Everybody's together. There's a very small circle of players here. Here on CKJ Crypto News, we research. When the IMF's managing director, Christine Lagarde, spoke in London at the Bank of England about the future possibilities of cryptocurrencies, comparing the rise to a brave new world of wonder and possibilities. What she really meant was the bankers were well on their way to a singular brave new world. The DCG portfolio is quite the collection. You damn right it is. And I showed you guys that on a few clips back. As an investor, the numerous Bitcoin startups, DCG further has a strong incentive to encourage rule changes and adoption of cryptocurrencies. Damn right they do. That benefit their portfolio companies and their own operation. They may overrule changes that benefit the investors and propose exchange-traded products, ETPs. DCG actually has quite the investment portfolio, including Ripple, number one. Ripple's their number one. Zcash, Coinbase, Ripple, there it is. BitPay, Civic, Kraken, CoinDesk. Come on, crypto pioneers. Put two and two together. There have been articles that have published that receive dozens of ping-back sources links within seconds of each other and all originated out of Switzerland. Each regurgitating the same article word for word. Crypto, Trader News, Crypto Blog, Crypto Street. They're not only really hiding it with Ripple proudly announcing on their blog that they recently had the honor to host over 24 central banks from around the world to explore the new technologies and enable the next generation of payments. Come on, Ripple's going to be number one. DCG is one of the many central banking extensions. There is also the Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCP, specializing in advanced distributed ledger technology. Damn. This is huge. This is huge. This is a hell of an article. I'm not going to sit here and read the whole thing because I slip up on my words. I just woke up a little bit. But anyway, this is a hell of an article. I did tweet it. You're going to want to go to it. And this is what the last thing I'm going to say about this. This is the Ripple and Coinbase article where he basically says he's an early investor in Coinbase and Ripple. And basically, Ripple has been approved by the SEC. Right here, Genesis is registered with the Securities Exchange Commission, the SEC, and they're going to be pushing Ripple. And they also say, we've heard you and want to let you know that we are working on adding support for other cryptocurrencies available on Coinbase. Damn. So that's pretty much the whole rundown. So I personally believe, and you've seen from all the research that I've done, that Ripple will be added to Coinbase. And there will be other coins added soon too. And I'm going to do even more research on this guy. I'm going to follow this money so deep. I'm going to know their next move before they know it. I'm going to invest in whatever they're investing in. That's my motto. I just follow the money. Like these guys strategize. Oh, that word right there. And that's what they do. These guys are worth 400, 500 billionaires, and they get this way by planning. And this is what we have to do. We have to plan. We have to prepare. We have to invest wisely, make the right decisions. And that's why you should smash that subscribe button. I do daily crypto videos. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. The CKJ coin will pop up. Smash that coin, subscribe, and the video will pop up where I'm giving away some Litecoin. Tomorrow, Mondays, we do Litecoin giveaway. And I'll get this video up and we're going to live stream shortly. CKJ, have a wonderful day.